Okay, we are recording. I am super excited to do this with you guys. It's a topic that I get asked more recently. I have been asked quite often about it is customer retention. And it's actually something that corporate, like our corporate team, is doing a lot better of as far as retaining our customers, and they're seeing more stick around longer. Um, but when people enroll with the Pick 2 and Pick 3 promotion, if you don't know, they get to continue that promo price, which is even a bigger discount than our loyal customer pricing, even after their 3 months. They get it every single month that they have an auto shipment set up with those products. But as soon as they alter or edit that or change it or whatever, they lose that. So it's keeping them longer, keeping them around longer because they're loving the products, and they're getting an even bigger discount than they normally would. But that's one way corporate is doing their part in all of this as well. But it's also our part to create those relationships and build a relationship with our customers, not just signing them up and leaving them high and dry. So customer retention, just staying connected with them. If you all don't know, our It Works Connect app is amazing for this reason specifically. So I will go over a few ways that I personally stay organized with our Connect app. So if you go to the little plus button at the bottom, you can hit view contacts and create a list. Let's see if this will work. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe I need to turn my brightness down. There we go. You can, at the bottom corner, down here at the bottom corner, it'll say create new group up here, sorry. And then you can create and group your customers together. So what I do usually is I do it per month. So I do, like we're in July right now. So July 2020 loyal customers, July 2020 distributors. And once you create that list, you can add to it. Up at the little top, there is a plus button. Maybe I need to turn this back up. There's a little plus button at the top, and you can add your contacts that you sign. They're automatically in here. You'll be able to see it when you add them. It'll say loyal customer, like a LC in blue beside of it. And excuse me, you can add them to, like, see, it says LC over here. You can add them to this group and send out messages to them basically all at once, but they're separate messages. So it's not like a big group message. So that's one way you can stay connected with your customers. It's super easy, super streamlined. And it's something that I personally do, and it's just worked absolutely amazing. Instead of having them just in your contacts and not knowing when they signed up and everything, you can group them by months. So you can see when they're coming up on their 3 months, when things like that. So just keeping them in the loop about all of the information, all of the sales we have. Anytime we have a promotion like the one we have going now with the Pick 2, Pick 3, I usually message them and just say, hey, it's me. I wanted to let you know about this promo. Not sure if you saw it. And then letting them know, hey, we have this Pick 2, Pick 3 promotion going on. Pick 2 for 59, 3 for 75. And then I usually send a picture, or depending on what products they've ordered in the past. So like for me personally, for my charts and everything, like I keep a chart of the month. So like this is June's, and then my enrollments and everything. So I see, like with enrollments, I write their name, their ID number, what they ordered, and how much BV it was. And then like what day they ordered on, like the first, second, third, whatever. But specifically what products they ordered. So when I am sending out these messages, I can see what they ordered to let them know about a sale that we have going on with the products they're already using, and letting them know that they can stock up for an even bigger discount, or change their product, or even try a new product out that will help enhance or maximize their goals that they're already trying to achieve. So that's one way you can do it. And I just send it out through the Connect app. It's really easy. If you need help on it, let your enroller know, and they can send you a screen recording or walk you through doing specific things that you want to do. I do recommend, though, if you do have an iPhone with this, to turn off iMessaging before you send out messages, especially if you have a large customer base. You Apple will block you. I have been blocked several times and it's not fun. You can't get any messages whatsoever, like text messages, iMessages, all of the things. So making sure you send out just a few at a time, like under 30 at a time, I would say, just to be safe. Like once you start signing lots of customers, it's easy to send out all of these messages at once because you just want to get it done. But Apple and iMessage is going to block you, even if you're sending it through a text message, just as a text message. Sometimes, if you send out 30 or more in like a span of 10 minutes or so, they're going to try to like block it because they think it's spam and you're sending out spam messages. But that's how I stay connected with my customers, checking in on them. Usually after their first month, I'll send out a checkup text to all of them, asking them how they're doing, how are they liking their products, any updates, things like that. That's usually where, like if they aren't happy with something, we change it. So you hit it from the beginning, not towards their 3 months and then they cancel altogether. You start at the beginning. If they're not seeing the results that they want, try suggesting swapping out products or adding in the cleanse or whatever their goals were. Maybe they just ordered the ThermoFight X and they wanted to lose like 30 or 40 pounds and they're not seeing that weight loss in their first month, even 10 pounds in their first month. Maybe try adding in the cleanse and the coffee to help maximize their results. Our products are amazing by themselves, but they work better together because it's going to maximize and enhance their results. Also, making sure to add them to our Facebook customer page. If you don't know about that, we have a Facebook customer page. You should get that when you get started in your welcome email. If you don't have that, let me know and I can send you the link for that. I always send a message to our, like a new enrollment, and let them know how they can access their account, and then also ask them if they want to be added to the Facebook customer group for tips, information, updates on promo and sales and everything. More than likely, like 90% of my customers always want to be added to it. But then there's that 10% that either don't have Facebook or just not in Facebook groups much, and that's totally fine. You at least offered that. But when you are sending out your reminder messages, this is where that comes into play, because a lot of times people are added to groups and they may not see the updates or announcements. That's what I'm looking for. Announcements. They may not see the announcements or anything. That's why you're personally letting them know, hey, I wanted to personally message you and let you know this. I'm not sure if you saw it in our customer group, but I wanted to let you know about this promotion we're having. And that way you at least have that one-on-one message. You're letting them know about it. It's up to them if they want to take advantage of it, but you're at least doing your job. Let's see. Personally messaging when the promo goes live, checking in once a month, like I said, making sure that you are building that relationship with them. And if they are having a problem in the first month, letting them know that they can change their product from month to month if they want, if they're not seeing the results, or adding in a product to enhance and increase their results. Also, this is something that goes a long way with me personally, just because I'm old fashioned like that, but thank you cards or a thank you email. Nowadays, like people do emails, it's all digital, which is all well and good, but think about if you were in the receiving end. Wouldn't a thank you note just mean the world to you? Because people don't send mail anymore, or at least not many people do. And usually it's always bills or junk mail. So having that handwritten card, or going to Vistaprint. I know if you're enrolling like lots of customers, it's kind of hard to keep up with handwritten thank you notes, unless you like write them all out and it's the same message. But doing like Vistaprint, and I did this, I need to start doing it again, but I kind of got away from it. I ran out of cards and forgot to reorder. But it's just a picture of you and your family, or you and your spouse, or whatever, you and pets, whatever floats your boat, whatever fits your lifestyle. Pictures personally of you, and just saying thank you. Like, thank you so much for supporting me and my family. Thank you so much for supporting me. And your support means the world to me. We are so thankful that you chose us, or you chose me to help you along this journey, or helping you place your order. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Just something super simple, and just sending it to them in the mail, because nobody ever gets mail anymore. And like I said, it's either junk or it's bills, and people don't like either one of those. So just going the extra mile and sending that. We actually have what we call product rewards. I'm not sure if everybody knows about those, but in your eSuite, for every 2 customers you personally enroll, you get a product reward. And it's usually half off of a few select products, like our Keto Energy, Pixie Sticks, our wraps, our facials, keep bag of keto coffee, things like that. And it may be different for different markets, but that's usually what it is. I think those are in all markets. So you can log in your eSuite, go to orders, and go to product rewards and see how many you have. They do expire, but it's usually half off of a select product. So I snag a few of those at a time, and usually it's the Keto Energy Sticks, because you can send those in a thank you note, and like, you don't have to put extra postage on it or anything, but just putting that in your thank you card. And I've had several people want to add that, or specifically just place a one-time order with the Keto Energy, because they loved it so much. So that's another way of saying thank you, and it's very inexpensive to do. I think a bag, like US dollars, it's $20 or something like that for a bag of 30. So it may be different for you, Kaylin, for different like Canada markets and things like that. But that's another way of just saying thank you. Let's see, thank you cards. Also reminding them about perk points. So for those that don't know, each customer, when they enroll, they automatically get 10% back in what we call perk points, which is basically a point to dollar amount. So they earn 10% back in perk points. So say their order was $100, they'll earn $10 off of their, like, a one-time order outside of their monthly auto shipment. And that accumulates over time. Like, it's each month they get 10% back. So after 3 months of $100, they got $30 off of a one-time order. So with that, they can apply, like I said, to a one-time order outside auto shipments. You can't combine it with a promo sale. So like with the Pick 2, they can't apply that to that. But it's great to be able to snag like a few, like one thing that they have their eye on that they want to try, that they may not have before, but letting them know about that, like, hey, you have this amount. The key is, usually I try to say, like, for maybe let me see, I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. Like the hair, skin, and nails or something, and it's $36. Say they have 30 perk points. You don't want to say, hey, you have $30 off of the hair, skin, and nails. It's only $6. I mean, yes, they're going to get it, but it doesn't help your BV. I usually say, even though they have 30, you could say, hey, you have $10 off of a one-time order, like a one-time order today. Would you like to, is there something you had your eye on that you wanted to try, and you could get this discount? Because using perk points decreases the BV for the product. So I always try to do less than what the BV is. That way you're at least still getting some volume from that sale. So being able to, letting them know that they have like $10 off, and it accumulates each month that they have the perk points. Their monthly orders, they get to 10%. But I have found, this is something that's very important that I was not aware of because no one told me. So I'm letting you all know, and you can't say that I didn't tell you, because I'm telling you now. After 6 consecutive auto shipments for a person, they receive $50 in perk points. So basically a $50 in-store credit. I have had people after 3 or 4 months come to me and they're like, hey, I kind of want to cancel my auto shipment. I love the products, but it's just kind of not in the budget right now. One, I ask them if they want information on how they can earn an extra income while using the products. They say, I'm not really looking for an extra income or anything like that. I love the products, but I don't want to sell it. That's fine. 2, I go and say, okay, that's totally fine. I did just want to let you know after 6 monthly orders, like auto shipments consecutive, you get a $50 in-store credit. I would hate for you to miss out on that because that's free money that you can use towards your products. Um, did you want to go ahead and keep this up? That way you don't miss out because that's $50 they could use. So I let them know about that. 90% of the time, they want to keep their auto shipment going so they don't miss out on that $50. So just letting them know about that. And then after 12 months, they receive an additional $100. So they receive $50 after 6 months. After 12 months, they receive $100. So it's like $150 that they can use on products, not including their perk points, which is basically the same thing, but those are monthly. So letting them know about that. Also remembering to develop that relationship with them, messaging them, just kind of checking in with them, seeing how things are going. I usually try to do that once every few months. If they're past their 3 months, kind of just every once in a while, seeing how they're doing. I usually always message my customers when we have a sale. So it's basically almost every month at this point since we've been having so many sales and promotions. And there have been a lot of people that place one-time orders because you develop that relationship with them. And they're like, yeah, I want to be able to stock up on these since it is such a great deal. So letting them know about that. Also, when somebody comes to you about how something's not working, usually it's because they're not tracking their results right, they're not using the product correctly, or they're not dieting and exercising and things like that to increase the results. So that's why they're not seeing the results. I always ask questions if this is the case. So they come to me and they're like, hey, my product's not working. I want to cancel. I always say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me just ask you, how are you using this? I just try to get to the bottom, basically the bottom of the conversation, like the reason behind it. They may be taking one Thermofite X in the morning and one at lunch, technically how the bottle says, but I personally have found better results when you take 2 at lunch together. And it's just a simple fix. And some people, they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll try that. And they have great results then. Maybe they're not actually eating enough and their body is storing that as fat instead of increasing their metabolism and burning it. So it's just simple fixes. Maybe they're super stressed and they need Confianza because it's just proven that if you're stressed, it's hard to lose weight. So they need the Confianza to help with balance. I don't know the logistics behind it, but that's a thing apparently. So that could be it as well. Just simply suggesting, hey, try this anti-stress formula. It's also in our customer page if you want to search that as well. It was one of the more recent posts. They asked it in one of the team pages that I'm in, and I thought it was really good, so I shared it in that. So maybe it's just something simple. Or they're taking the coffee, but they're adding so much sugar to it. They're doing sweeteners that are not sugar-free, or they're doing it in sweetened almond milk instead of unsweetened. So it's just little simple fixes. Or maybe they're eating out all the time, eating carbs and sugar like they're not supposed to, not drinking enough water. So I always try to ask questions and get to the bottom of it because it's not our products. Like our products are clinically proven. They're proven to work. So it has to be either just their body isn't going to take it, or they're not taking it right and changing their lifestyle with it. So at the end of the day, I always try to ask questions and get to the bottom of it because normally it's just a simple and easy fix, or they're not taking before and after pictures. They're not actually weighing themselves. So therefore they're not seeing the results. So there's always that as well. I think that's basically all I had on customer retention, just being personal with people and connecting with them. At the end of the day, they are your customer. They came to you for a reason. They connected with you and wanted to order from you. So treat them as a person. Just try to put yourself on the other end. how would you like to be treated at the end of the day? That's how I always try to think. If I was somebody's customer, how would I want to be treated? Would I want to be like, have a personal relationship? Would I want somebody to let me know about a sale personally when there's a sale going on or something? I may not be able to check Facebook that much, or I'm not on Facebook, or I just don't get the notifications, whatever the reason may be. But just having somebody, putting yourself on the other end, how would you like to be treated? But does anyone have any questions or anything else? Can like questions, comments, anything of the sort before I end the recording? No? Okay. I am going to pray really quick, and then I'll end the recording. And if you all have any other questions, we can go over that. So let's pray. Dear God, thank you for this wonderful day that you have blessed us with. Thank you for these wonderful ladies and everyone that watches the recording. Please let them have gained some knowledge from this, and be able to treat their customers how they would want to be treated, and just giving them the attention and one-on-one information that they need, and just building that relationship with them and let them know that they are cared for and that they do mean something, and it's not just a sale. At the end of the day, they are a person and they should be treated as a person, to build that relationship with them. I know that each and every one of us have lots going on right now, and I am so excited and so proud of all of these ladies and everyone that watches the recording, the work that they put in. Please be with each and every one of us every day and strive to do the best that we can do. In your name, I pray. Amen. Okay, I'm going to end the recording.